Have you ever wondered why certain moments or encounters feel inexplicably magnetic? Women possess an incredible talent for creating attraction without saying a single word. They use subtle, nonverbal cues, small but powerful gestures, that can stir emotions and interest on a deeply subconscious level. These signals, though often overlooked by men, hold the key to understanding how connection and chemistry are built. In this video, we'll uncover 10 subtle yet irresistible ways women show attraction without even noticing. These aren't just random behaviors. They're carefully rooted in psychology, biology, and an intuitive understanding of how to capture attention. From fleeting glances to barely noticeable changes in body language, these subtle signs are part of an unspoken language of attraction that has evolved over centuries. As a man, recognizing these cues is not just about knowing when someone is interested. It's about deepening your understanding of human connection. In Stoic philosophy, we learn the importance of attentiveness and emotional balance. By observing and appreciating these subtle signals, you can approach relationships with greater awareness, staying grounded yet open to the possibilities they offer. Missing these signs can mean missing out on meaningful moments of connection. Watching this video in full will give you the tools to notice these gestures, understand their meaning, and respond with confidence and authenticity. If you're ready to sharpen your perception and build deeper connections, make sure to subscribe to Invincible Within, your go-to channel for insights into psychology, stoicism, and personal growth. Share your intent with us in the comments by writing, "I'm going to take a chance," because every meaningful relationship starts with courage. Lastly, don't forget to share this video with someone who deserves to unlock the secrets of attraction. Let's dive in and discover the subtle, fascinating ways women communicate their interest without saying a word. First way, the gleam in her eye. Let's begin with one of the most revealing yet easily overlooked signs: her eyes. In the realm of attraction, the eyes hold an almost mystical power, capable of conveying emotions words could never fully express. When a woman is attracted, her gaze often lingers, just a little longer than what might be considered casual. If you catch her looking at you, and she holds your gaze for a moment longer than usual, especially if it's paired with a subtle, knowing smile, it's rarely accidental. This isn't just a fleeting moment, it's an intentional gesture rooted in psychology. The prolonged eye contact, often accompanied by dilated pupils or a certain sparkle, is a clear indicator of heightened interest. Dilated pupils, for example, are a natural response to excitement or fascination, signaling that her attention is fully on you. From an evolutionary perspective, this reaction is linked to our innate desire to connect with what captivates us. But that's not all. If she frequently looks back at you, or if you notice her giving what seem like accidental glances across the room, take note. This repeated behavior is a subtle way of maintaining a connection without being overt. It's particularly significant if she's more reserved or shy. In such cases, her gaze becomes her voice. It's an unspoken way of building rapport and creating an initial spark of attraction. In Stoic thought, we emphasize the importance of being present and perceptive, not letting emotions cloud our judgment. Recognizing these signals requires you to remain observant yet grounded, interpreting them without jumping to conclusions. Her eyes may be saying what her words cannot, and understanding this silent language is both an art and a practice in emotional intelligence. Second way, crossing lines of sight. Have you ever noticed someone seemingly always within your view, as though fate keeps placing her in your line of sight? While it might feel coincidental, this is often a calculated move. When a woman is interested in you, she'll frequently position herself within your field of vision, subtly inviting you to notice her without making it obvious. This behavior taps into a psychological principle known as the mere exposure effect, which suggests that repeated exposure to someone or something increases our affinity for them. By appearing in your line of sight, she's making herself a familiar presence, quietly but effectively building attraction. You might notice her at the edge of your peripheral vision or casually bumping into you in shared spaces. These moments are not random, they're carefully orchestrated opportunities for connection. If she meets your eyes from a distance, even briefly, and holds the look just long enough to spark curiosity, she's signaling interest in a subtle but impactful way. From a Stoic perspective, understanding these moments requires mindfulness and detachment. It's not about overanalyzing her intentions, but rather observing them with clarity and appreciating the interplay of human interaction. Women who employ this strategy are engaging in a dance of attraction, creating an air of intrigue and inviting you to take the lead if you're interested. What makes this technique so effective is its indirect nature. By letting her presence speak for itself, she's allowing the connection to unfold naturally, without the pressure of overt advances. It's a gentle yet compelling way of saying, "I'm here. Will you notice me?" Third way, the hair flip or toss is the hair flip of the most timeless and universally recognized signals of attraction. While it may seem like a simple, innocent movement, its implications go much deeper. Women instinctively know that this gesture draws attention to their face, neck, and shoulders, areas often associated with femininity and allure. By flipping or tossing her hair, she creates a dynamic visual effect that's both captivating and inviting, subtly saying, "Notice me." Beyond the aesthetic, there's a psychological layer to this gesture. Hair flipping often occurs during moments of heightened excitement, nervous energy, or flirtation. It's a way to release tension while also emphasizing confidence and poise. If you notice her frequently tucking her hair behind her ear, brushing it away from her face, or running her fingers through it while talking to you, these are not random actions. They're often subconscious ways to enhance her appearance and signal her interest. From an evolutionary perspective, this behavior can also be traced to primal mating signals. By drawing attention to her neck and face, she's showcasing areas that are vulnerable yet expressive, symbolizing trust and openness. In moments of attraction, vulnerability becomes a strength, a way to invite connection without saying a word. In the philosophy of Stoicism, observing such gestures requires you to practice discernment without assumption. Acknowledge the signs but remain centered, interpreting them with clarity and balance. A woman's hair flip may be deliberate or instinctual, but either way, it's often accompanied by other cues, such as a slight smile or prolonged eye contact. Together, they create a constellation of signals that speak to her excitement and curiosity about you. Fourth way, the neck exposure move among nonverbal cues. Exposing the neck is one of the most primal and revealing gestures of attraction. The neck is a delicate and vulnerable area, making it a powerful signal when a woman chooses to reveal it. By tilting her head to the side, brushing her hair back, or adjusting her collar to expose this part of herself, she's expressing comfort and openness. It's a subtle way of saying, "I feel safe around you." Psychologically, the neck is associated with both vulnerability and allure. This gesture can draw attention to her softness and approachability, inviting a sense of closeness. You might notice her lightly playing with a necklace, touching her collarbone, or even tilting her head during a conversation. These are all subconscious movements that amplify her femininity and signal trust. In deeper terms, this behavior taps into a core principle of human connection: safety. Feeling safe in someone's presence is a foundational aspect of attraction. When she repeatedly reveals her neck or performs similar gestures, it's an indication that she feels at ease, signaling a deeper level of comfort that can pave the way for a meaningful bond. From a Stoic perspective, understanding this cue goes beyond surface-level observation. It involves recognizing the underlying emotional and psychological dynamics at play. A woman's willingness to express vulnerability through her body language reflects not only her interest, but also her readiness to connect on a more profound level. Observing these moments with presence and respect you to build a connection rooted in mutual trust and understanding. Fifth way, the lip bite or lip touch. Lips hold a unique power in the realm of attraction, serving as a visual and sensory focal point. When a woman lightly bites her lip, grazes her finger across it, or subtly touches it while looking at you, it's often a deliberate or subconscious way of drawing your attention to one of the most expressive parts of her face. This gesture heightens her own sensitivity while simultaneously signaling a sense of vulnerability and allure. Psychologically, the lips are associated with communication and intimacy, making them one of the most captivating areas of focus during interpersonal interactions. By highlighting her lips, whether through a subtle bite or a light touch, she's conveying interest in a deeply primal way. These actions aren't just physical. They tap into the subconscious, stirring curiosity and igniting a sense of intrigue. When paired with eye contact, this gesture becomes even more potent. The combination of a lip bite and a lingering gaze sends a clear, yet unspoken message. She's inviting you to notice her, hinting at something beyond surface-level interaction. Interestingly, many women may not even realize they're doing this. It's often an instinctive response to excitement or anticipation, a natural expression of heightened emotion that escapes conscious control. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing such subtle signs involves being present and aware of the moment. This gesture is less about its overt appeal and more about the emotional state it reveals. Excitement, interest, and a desire for connection. Observing it with clarity and without overanalyzing allows you to appreciate the nuance of nonverbal communication. Sixth way, the subtle lean in and physical proximity is a powerful indicator of attraction, and when a woman leans in closer during a conversation, it speaks volumes. This movement isn't just about reducing the physical distance, it's an invitation into a shared space of intimacy and connection. By leaning in, she creates a private bubble that feels exclusive, signaling her interest in deepening the interaction. The lean-in is a multi-layered gesture. On one level, it shows her heightened engagement in the conversation. She's not just listening, she's fully immersed in what you're saying. On another level, it's a way of testing the waters, gauging your comfort with closeness. If you lean in as well, it reinforces a sense of mutual interest, creating a natural rhythm of give and take in the interaction. Beyond the physical act, the lean-in often comes with complementary behaviors, softer eye contact, slight nods, and perhaps even a quiet smile. These elements amplify her attentiveness, signaling that she's not just physically present but emotionally tuned into the moment. In the framework of Stoic philosophy, physical closeness like the lean-in can be interpreted through the lens of intentionality. It reflects her willingness to be present and vulnerable, creating a connection that goes beyond words. For you, maintaining awareness and responding thoughtfully is key. Mirroring her movements subtly or engaging more deeply in the conversation shows that you're attuned to the unspoken signals she's sending. Seventh way, playing with accessories. The subtle act of playing with accessories, such as adjusting a necklace, twirling earrings, or repositioning glasses, might seem incidental, but in the realm of attraction, these gestures carry significant meaning. Accessories naturally draw attention to key areas of a woman's body: her neck, face, and hands, places that are universally regarded as delicate and expressive. When she fidgets with her jewelry or touches her glasses while interacting with you, she's not only creating a visual focal point, but also adding a layer of intrigue to her presence. Accessory play is a classic nonverbal cue. By lightly touching or adjusting objects close to her skin, she's emphasizing her femininity in a way that's subtle yet captivating. For example, playing with a necklace highlights the graceful curve of her neck, a vulnerable area that subconsciously signals trust and openness. Similarly, tapping or adjusting earrings draws attention to her face, emphasizing her features and inviting you to notice the finer details. From a psychological perspective, this behavior isn't always a conscious decision. Often, these actions are a way to channel nervous energy or excitement, especially when a woman feels drawn to someone. The repetitive nature of these movements, combined with their placement, makes them an effective tool for engaging your attention without her having to be overt. In the Stoic tradition, understanding these cues requires careful observation and a balanced mindset. It's about appreciating the art of subtlety without overinterpreting. A woman playing with her accessories is not just showcasing her charm, but also inviting a closer connection. One built on noticing and valuing the small details that make her unique. Eighth way, the coy smile with side glance. The coy smile paired with a fleeting side glance is one of the most understated yet effective ways a woman signals her interest. This seemingly simple combination creates an irresistible blend of warmth, mystery, and playfulness. When she flashes a soft smile and quickly shifts her gaze away, she's crafting a moment that invites your curiosity and keeps you guessing. The side glance, often delivered over her shoulder or while she's turning her head, is a subtle form of flirtation. It allows her to express interest while maintaining an air of mystery, striking a perfect balance between being approachable and elusive. The smile adds warmth to the interaction, signaling friendliness and attraction, while the brief nature of the glance keeps the dynamic light and engaging. This move is rooted in a universal psychological principle. Humans are drawn to what is partially hidden or just out of reach. By smiling and glancing away, she's creating a moment of intrigue that leaves you wanting to know more. If she repeats this action, smiling and glancing at you multiple times in a quiet moment, it's her way of building a playful rhythm, signaling her interest without needing to say a word. For the Stoic observer, such moments underscore the importance of presence and discernment. The coy smile with a side glance is an invitation to engage, but it's also a lesson in restraint. Rather than rushing to conclusions, take it as an opportunity to appreciate the subtle art of human connection, a dance of emotions and gestures that invites you to respond with confidence and balance. Ninth way, using scent as a memory trigger. Scent is one of the most deeply ingrained senses in the human experience, with a unique ability to forge powerful connections between memory and emotion. Women intuitively understand the captivating power of fragrance and often use it to create a lasting sensory link. If she leans in close enough for you to catch a hint of her perfume, you can be sure it's not a random occurrence. This subtle gesture is a deliberate way of drawing to her presence on a level that transcends words or visuals. The psychological bond between scent and memory is profound. Our olfactory system connects directly to the brain's limbic system, which governs emotions and memory. This means that even a fleeting encounter with a particular fragrance can embed itself in your subconscious, evoking strong associations every time you encounter that scent again. By choosing a signature perfume or scent that suits her personality, she's not only expressing her individuality, but also leaving a lasting imprint on those who come close to her. When a woman ensures that you notice her fragrance, she's creating a deeply personal association. The next time you catch a similar scent, even in a completely different setting, your mind is likely to recall her image, her voice, or the way she made you feel in that moment. This mental connection fosters a sense of familiarity, warmth, and intrigue, making her presence linger even when she's not around. From a philosophical perspective, the power of scent as a memory trigger reminds us of the subtle ways human connections are formed. Stoicism teaches us to value the fleeting, intangible experiences of life. The gentle brush of a breeze, the warmth of a smile, or in this case, the delicate trace of a fragrance. Recognizing this as an intentional and artful gesture allows you to appreciate the depth of nonverbal communication. It's a testament to how small details can hold profound meaning, forging bonds that linger in the mind long after the moment has passed. 10th way. The lingering goodbye touch. Goodbyes often hold more weight than we realize, and the way someone says farewell can leave a powerful emotional imprint. If a woman lightly touches your arm, shoulder, or back during a goodbye, and you notice her hand lingers just a fraction longer than necessary, it's far from accidental. This subtle physical touch is a potent tool of connection rooted in our biology. When touch lingers, even momentarily, it releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This chemical fosters trust and intimacy, creating a subtle but lasting emotional connection. By holding on to that touch for just an extra second, she's signaling more than mere friendliness. It's her way of saying, "I enjoyed this moment with you," while leaving an impression that resonates beyond the physical. This kind of touch also conveys a sense of warmth and openness, inviting you to reciprocate emotionally. From a psychological perspective, it's a blend of vulnerability and confidence. A gesture that says she feels comfortable enough to bridge the physical boundary between you. In the philosophy of Stoicism, these fleeting moments of human connection remind us of the power in the present. A lingering touch is a small act, but it holds an extraordinary capacity to bring two people closer, even in passing. Bonus way. The accidental foot point. If you're looking for an attraction cue so subtle it's almost invisible, pay attention to her feet. This is rooted in nonverbal science. People subconsciously orient their bodies, and particularly their feet, toward what interests them. If you notice her feet pointed directly at you, even when her torso or head is angled slightly away, she's unconsciously showing you where her attention lies. Why does this happen? It's a deeply ingrained instinct. The body naturally aligns with what it's drawn to, whether it's a person, an object, or a place. If you're seated together and her feet face you, or if you're standing and her feet stay angled toward you, it's a small but telling indication that she's fully engaged. On the flip side, if her feet are pointed toward an exit or away from you, it could signal she's ready to move on. This subtle cue might seem trivial, but it's a fascinating insight into the subconscious. Recognizing such signals requires attention to detail, a key practice in understanding not only others but yourself. Stoicism teaches us to observe without judgment, appreciating the small, often overlooked details of life. In this context, even the direction of someone's feet can become a meaningful clue to their state of mind. There you have it. 10 surprising and deeply psychological ways women communicate attraction without saying a word, plus a bonus sign for those who appreciate the art of subtlety. Each of these gestures reveals layers of intent, emotion, and intrigue, offering a window into the complex language of nonverbal communication. Have you noticed any of these signs before? Or perhaps one of them caught you off guard in the past? Share your experiences or stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear how these insights resonate with you. If you found value in this breakdown of unspoken attraction, make sure to subscribe to Invincible Within for more deep dives into the mysteries of human connection and psychology. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends, because understanding these subtle signals can make a world of difference in how we connect with others. Until next time, remember the most profound moments often lie in the unspoken. Stay present, stay curious, and keep exploring the power of connection.